I somehow managed to mute this entire clip on accident, and I have no idea how I did it, but I saved over the original one, so the audio was lost. So let me just do a quick voiceover to explain what's going on. So I decided to bring in my dwarf tomato plants and my lettuces from the greenhouse because it's been pretty cloudy and dreary out there for the last week, and they just really weren't growing anymore. So I brought them indoors and I set them up on my plant stand with my grow lights. That way they have adequate warmth. It's a steady 70 degrees in the house, and they can hopefully take off and do well, especially since I've been using up the greens that are out in the garden still. So it would be nice to have some fresh ones indoors to kind of take their place whenever they're finally all gone. Now the white powder that you're seeing everywhere is called diatomaceous earth, or DE, and the food grade version you can even eat and put it on like cat food as a dewormer and things like that. But what this does is it is a mineral that has very microscopic sharp edges, and so when insects crawl through it or get it on them, it like cuts them and it dries out their bodies and they die. So it is a natural and safe pesticide that you don't have to worry about getting chemicals on your food. And the reason I did this is because any potting soil that has not been sterilized, so the stuff has been outside, it came from a regular standard bag of potting mix, it gets fruit fly eggs and stuff in it, and so like gnats and fruit flies. And so if you bring them indoors, you end up with fruit flies in your house. And so I dusted all of the plants really well to kind of prevent that from happening. I know they had some in them. I saw them crawling in there whenever they were in the greenhouse. They are closed up inside of the closet as well, so that helps, but the DE should eliminate that fruit fly problem before I end up with them all in my house. am just getting ready to hop out and meet my mom for lunch, but I wanted to just do a real quick update of kind of what I'm getting up to today and this weekend. So as I just said, I'm meeting my mom for lunch today, and then my friend Jenny sent me an invite to an event called Mistletoe and Mimosas, which is a downtown event where different boutiques get together and they open up this thing for shopping and have kind of like a little open bar along with it. My shopping is actually done. My family simplifies it. We draw names and each one of us gets one person, and we have $100 limit for a gift. And I got my grandpa, I bought his. So Michael and we do like kind of a fancy dinner together. That's our gift to each other. So we have that planned and the money is saved already for it. I give each of my boys cash, and then my dad and stepmom, I get them a gift card, and that's it. So I am done. I don't actually need to shop, but I'm just going to hang out with Jenny and check everything out. And then after that, we have Gabriel, which is Michael's son. We have his Christmas program. This weekend, though, is the exciting thing. So we are going to the play The Importance of Being Earnest, which is an Oscar Wilde play, and our local university students are putting it on at our River campus, which is like an art center theater. They do a lot of like symphony, orchestra stuff, art shows, things like that are all down there. So we're doing that on Saturday, Michael and I, and then our friend Jenny, the same one I'm going to meet tonight, tentatively, because she is an RN and she's on call today, so it's only if she doesn't get called in to work we'll be going to that. But anyway, she's going with us to see the play as well, so that's kind of the exciting thing coming up this weekend. I'll try to include bits of that, and then of course just our typical Saturday stuff is coming up as well. So that's kind of the plan and where we're going from here. Not a lot going on during the week up until now. You know, I've still been recovering from a cold, so I've kind of just been laying low, and I did start studying my new course that you would have seen already a few minutes back. There's about 27 videos, and I did 10 of them yesterday. So I'll probably do some more. I don't really know for sure. It might be next week before I get back to it, because this evening is busy, and then tomorrow I'll be busy driving Logan. So his dad lives 3.5 hours away, and we meet in the middle every other Friday and Sunday. So I have to take him up Friday, and then I'll go and pick him back up on Sunday. And also on Sunday, which will be in next week on Wednesday's vlog, I will be heading up to the farm and checking out the house, because it is finally done. My mom and stepdad have moved in, the furniture's there, the appliances there, everything is set and ready. So kind of give like the final little tour of that. And that is pretty well the weekend in a nutshell. The weekends are going to be the busy times for the rest of this month. We have something planned for every weekend, so I'll be sure to share as much as I can on here. But right now, I need to get moving so I can go meet my mom for lunch. Hello, I am coming to you for the second time with this clip. The first time I tried it from a new camera. So I do a little bit of photography, nothing professional, just for my own purposes. I initially bought a good camera to do pictures for my blog 5 years ago. I think it was 2018 when I bought my first camera, and it was a Nikon D5200. And, you know, it was already a renewed camera. It was only like $250 back then, but it was a great starter camera. But it didn't have Bluetooth, and the shutter started sticking, which I ended up finding out was actually because of a setting that had gotten bumped somehow. And so I thought it was broken, and there's no camera repair shops around here. And I was like, this thing is ancient, and I've been needing to upgrade for a while anyway and get one that at least works with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth so I can connect it directly to my phone. And so anyway, I decided to go ahead and make the purchase for an upgrade. And so I got the D7500, which is supposed to be really good for doing video as well. And that's something I'd never used my old one for. So I went ahead and tried recording a clip with that one. And I think the issue I'm going to have with that camera is that it's just really not a vlog camera. It might be good for doing video, like if I'm recording something else, but if I'm sitting in front of it and talking to the camera, it's not very good, because if you're not behind the camera to where you can adjust the focus, it's not like a vlog camera. Like I think all of the vloggers use like the G7X2 or something like that. But it auto focuses. This one does not. I mean, it does, but you have to like kind of direct it on what to autofocus onto. And so if I'm sitting in front of the camera and there's nobody behind the camera to operate it, then I can't tell, first of all, if it's focused on me or not. And then I also can't do anything about it to make it adjust if it isn't. And at least my old Nikon, the one thing I can say is that the screen on the back would flip around. So if you were recording yourself, you could at least look in that screen and see what you were looking at. But this one, the screen only kind of flips up a little bit so that when you're taking a picture of something and looking down, you can see what's on the screen, but it doesn't flip all the way up to where you can be in front of the camera and see what it's doing. And so that is going to be problematic for recording for vlogging, because if I can't see it, I don't know what it's doing. I could shoot an entire clip like I just did and have no idea if it's in focus. And as it turns out, it wasn't. I made sure it was focused on the spot where I was getting ready to sit, and then I hit record. But by the time I got into that shot, it had messed up the focus. And it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was just slightly blurry, but it was enough to bother me. So I'll probably stick to recording on my phone, at least for when I am talking face to face to the camera. But at any rate, Michael is still very much sick, and so I don't know if he's going to go along tonight for the play, The Importance of Being Earnest. It'll probably end up being just Jenny and I, but we will see. He hasn't made a decision yet. Realistically, I mean, I know he's contagious and he really needs to stay out of the public, and he knows this as well. It's just always tough when you've already spent money on a ticket. But I have a feeling he's not going to end up going. But at any rate, I'm getting ready to do kind of just some self-care stuff today to get ready, since he's off at his house resting. So probably going to do like a face mask and Epsom salt bath and things like that. I've already finished doing my nails. I don't know for sure. It doesn't want to focus on it, does it? There we go. I don't know for sure if I'll do them the same way again. I'm kind of waiting to see what these are going to be like. So back when I was in high school, I always had just like the bare clear nails that you could cut and shape and paint and do whatever you wanted with. And so I did my own sets of nails all the time, but I haven't done it since then. And I have been trying for a couple of years now to get my own nails to be nice and good and strong and healthy and stay that way, so that I can just paint them myself and not have to worry about any kind of fake nails. Because fake nails, as I learned back in high school, very much do tear up your nail beds. When, you know, you have glue on them, it's very hard to get them off without tearing anything. So I just really didn't want to ever do fake nails again. But genetically, our hair and our nails, I mean, the cellular makeup, they're made from the same types of cells. And so, you know, your hair and your nails tend to be pretty similar. And I have very thin, fine hair, and it falls out a lot, and it's always been that way. It's just definitely a genetic thing, and I have the same hair my dad has, and he has the same hair his dad has. So, and my nails are no different. They are thin and kind of brittle, and you know, they'll grow and get kind of strong and healthy on my left hand, but my right hand's kind of iffy, especially these two fingers. I feel like they grow out a little bit, and then they start to peel, and then I cut them off to cut off the peeled part to try to stop the peeling, and then they'll grow just a little bit again, and then they'll start to peel again. And so it's just a constant vicious cycle that I can never seem to end. And especially in the wintertime, they're not so bad in the summer when there's nice, good moisture in the air, but in the wintertime when it's dry, forget it. I take calcium supplements, I take iron supplements, I oil my cuticles, I lotion my hands all the time to try to keep all the moisture in. And I've even bought a like $20 bottle of nail strengthener that it was kind of like my last resort. And I said, if this doesn't work, then I guess I'm just done. And it did help. I will give it that. It did help, but it was definitely not the miracle solution that I was hoping it would be. It didn't help enough. It did not improve the quality of my nails enough. I think if my right hand, which obviously I use a lot more because it's my dominant hand, I think if it were to improve as well as my left hand did, I'd be set, but it just won't. And I said, you know what, at this point, I've tried everything. And if I tear up my nails with nail glue, what does it even matter? My nails are crappy already anyway. So whatever, we're going to give it a shot. So I'm experimenting right now. I do think I'll take these off and do a different set next week. So I've got another set of stickers, or I should say after next week, I've got another set of stickers that I want to wear during Christmas. And when I do those, I am going to cut and file these down just a little bit smaller around the edges of my nail bed and the cuticles, because one thing that I don't like about fake nails is when they wrap all the way across your entire nail bed, they definitely stick out and they look very fake, and I don't like that look. So I do need to make them a little bit narrower next time, but mostly I'm just curious to see how they're gonna hold up and what they'll look like when I take the nails off. But at any rate, I am going to go do my face mask and my bath and kind of start getting ready, and I will check back in before I leave and just let you see the outfit that I'm wearing for tonight, and then I will take you along and show you a little bit of the theater. And I won't be able to film any of the play, but I'll show you what I can. Hi, I'm back and I'm ready. I'm getting ready to head out and pick up Jenny, but I wanted to hop back on real quick and show you what I came up with for an outfit. I decided to go pretty much makeup free tonight. I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I pretty much just put it on for special events, and this is one of those times when I would wear makeup, but the play will get out probably about 10, maybe 10:30, and I'm normally in bed asleep sometime between 9 and 10 every single night. So I kind of decided that the last thing I wanted to do whenever I get home past my bedtime already anyway is then to have to go and wash off makeup. So I decided to skip past that and just go with the basics, lipstick and mascara, and call it good. But I did pick out the outfit, and I made myself a little bow this morning for my hair. So let me show you real quick what I've got going on.
I don't need a fancy watch. You can give the elves a break.
All right, so I kept Christmas colors. I went with the burgundy and the ivory, and the shoes are a pair of Tory Burch heels that I bought probably 2 or 3 Christmases ago for myself. I don't get to wear them very often because not a whole lot of outfits go with them, but broke them out for tonight, so ready to go. All I've got to do is throw on a little perfume.
This Christmas, I just wanna fall in love.